3, 4, 2. Hello everyone, can you hear me? Can you see me? We had a really weird technical glitch then. Let me know if you can hear and see me okay. I don't know what happened. I'm hoping we're okay. Or is it going to be one of them nights again? Hey, hallelujah. Okay. Sorry everyone, I really don't know what happened then. We had some weird technical glitch. Jade will be joining us at some point this evening. Just a bit of a late start. I do apologise, we are a bit late. I'm glad you can all hear me. That's the main thing. So first of all, before we start this evening, welcome to Paranormal Tuesdays, episode 4. Of course, all the social media is below there. Paranormal Living TV, Paranormal Living, Paranormal Live 20. And we are now on Instagram, everybody. So if you want to go along to get us on Instagram, Paranormal Living, so we'll be putting some videos and pictures and things from the investigations and other bits and bobs we're doing, pre-podcast stuff. So it'll all be on there. So please do check us out on Instagram now on under Paranormal Living, of course. And we are, of course, sponsored by Paranormal Technology, Paratech, based in Northern Ireland, of course. Mark, who has joined us in the comments section on a few occasions. Here is his business. Finding the truth. You're not buying equipment, you're buying an experience. So please do check him out, everybody. Mark's a great guy. So good evening. So it has been a couple of days now. I need to remember the cameras that I keep saying this. It has been a couple of days now since, of course, the show at the Ancient Ramin, the live vigil, the whatever you want to call it, an interesting evening to say the least. So, but it has now time to settle down about it. And it was pretty a cool night. Like you said, the building was impressive. So, of course, when we got there, pulling up, I will do the shout-outs in 2 seconds. So, like you said, when we got to the Ramin, pulled up, drove past there, it's like, wow. Onto the courtyard. It was an amazing place, as you all saw from the a couple of pictures we put up. There will be some more stuff going up, of course. And straight away, you got a cool vibe about the place. And obviously tonight, I'm just going to do a little review about the Ramin, give you all the release date, which I do have for episode 1 of Paranormal Living, tell you a bit about it, and give you a bit of a rundown into how it'll be working and everything. But we'll do our quick shout-outs. Amy, good evening, welcome. Regular now on the show, of course. Kathy, good evening, welcome. Violet, Carl, hi buddy, hope you're well. And Sandra Cottrell, first time watching, hope you're well. Good evening, Sandra, welcome to the show. So of course we were at the Ancient Ramin. I'd just like to say thank you everyone who did tune in, because it was an amazing evening. It was a great night, and all your comments were fantastic. And yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool. I really do, like I say, really do appreciate it. So, like I said, Jade will be joining us at some point. But one thing I will say about the Ancient Ramin, before we do get into the show this evening, properly with the questions and other bits, that for me personally, I don't necessarily think it is as negative as what it was, what it's perceived. One of my reasons is, I think that is because when we got there, as soon as you opened the door, I was apprehensive before I opened the door. Good evening, Litz and John. When we opened the door after finishing the filming outside before we got in, of course, I was apprehensive, because then you're thinking, what is going to greet me at the door? Because as we were driving over, as we were driving over to the Ramin from the hotel, I did get a weird thing happen. So we did obviously the protection and spirit around us and things like that. But as I was driving, I saw the Ramin with 4 people stood at the door. So I thought obviously we're going to be greeted. It might just be the protection, what's been set up for us. And as soon as I got in, it was warm. It was lovely. There was a really nice atmosphere, which I was surprised at, because I was thinking, I'm going to walk in there and something's going to happen. But yeah, it was quite a nice family feel, to be honest. So we did the walk through. We got a few maybe noises and stuff, but nothing sort of nothing mega at that point. But obviously we just got in there, and then it was just an interesting night. It wasn't what I was expecting. We have, like I said, we've got the footage which we'll share with you, and I'll give you the release date. But I just think maybe John, obviously who's passed away now, who was the owner, was it him who was haunted by some of the negative things? And now he's obviously passed, and some of the things what have been taken out of the house, is that what's taken the negativity out? Although in the bishop's room, I do have a picture to share with you. There was something in there. And I know I've spoke to Denise since, my mum as well, because my mum's very open to spirit, and she got a weird vibe about the bishop's room. And obviously I mentioned on the live that I felt the cobweb, and where I was sat, it was starting to get cold again. I do apologize if I went on a bit too much about being cold, but obviously I just want to explain to you exactly what I'm feeling. And I do know, after I'd spoke to my mum yesterday, she did see a figure stood next to me blowing on my cheek, which is what Carl was saying about seeing the lady. With I think she had a cloak on over her or something. If I was, obviously, still going through the footage, so we'll get around to obviously have a look at that. But it was an amazing night. But like you say, I just think maybe it's a hype of the place, but we could go back again in the future, and things could happen. It was an interesting place, cool place, like I say. Unfortunately, Jaide's not on at the minute just to give her thoughts about it. But I'm glad we did it, and I am leaving the door open to returning at some point in the future to do a part 2 to see if if we do get a bit more activity. Because, like you say, on the footage from the night before, Caroline, who owns it now, who is John's daughter, she sent me the footage of this chair rocking on its own. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything like that, which I was gutted about. But we got bits. We got some knocks, as you all experienced. I had my hair touch, Jaide had the bum touch, and so I guess when you put it into that aspect of things, we did get quite a bit of activity. I just think we were maybe more expecting a slap in the face, not literally, but how the place is described and what people perceive about it, what's been seen there, what's experienced there. I was just probably expecting a bit more. But yeah, it was still a cool night, and I'm glad we got to do it. And I'm just glad you all enjoyed it and all your comments, because that absolutely made the night as well. Amy, I have a question. Are you warm? I'm absolutely warm now. This is what was weird. Obviously, like I say, I did mention it a lot, but I just wanted to keep telling you how what I was feeling, what I was sensing around me, because obviously you couldn't see on the camera because I wasn't always on the camera. But that temperature drop, but it was only on this side. Sorry, yeah, it was just this side, and obviously it was just like an ice bucket over my arm. It was so cold. But this, like I said, the other side was fine. It was just one side, and even in the bishop's room, it was. Which way was I sat? It was this side again, but this side is normally the arm goes dead. So when I'm working with spirit or sort of switch on, I guess, ready to work, open up, this arm goes dead. So yeah, it was quite interesting. Definitely, it's good to know, as it's not something we can see. Absolutely, that's what I mean. And thankfully, when I release the footage, or half of that is, it's not just me going, I'm cold all the time. The release date, everybody, drum roll, is next Thursday. So we will be scheduling the video. I'm still in the process of editing, obviously, all the footage and some of the night vision stuff we got. So it is next Thursday at 7:30. We will be we won't be streaming, sorry. The premiere of episode 1 of Paranormal Living TV will be released. It's going to roughly, I was hoping to get a longer episode, but it's not as long as I'd hoped. But it will probably look more of a recap rather than exactly an episode. But all the same, I do hope you can tune in, because, like you said, we did do the vigil after you guys had left us for another couple of hours. So we did about 2 hours after, roughly, to about 2:30, I think it was. We finished there. So there is obviously a few bits, and we do have the EVP machine, which we can listen back to, and a few other bits which will obviously be put in the show. And of course, when I was talking to Denise, because Denise gave us a call just before we did the last live at midnight, and I just walked through the building, and we had a very interesting phone call, and a few interesting things happened on the phone call. So that will obviously be in there as well. Carl, it was a great night. Absolutely, mate. Like you say, I think we're just expecting a bit more, personally. That's my honest opinion. But, like you said, and of course, the music box went off, which was cool. And the K2 was having a bit of a fit. So, well, yeah, it was a cool night all the same. But, but You can watch the footage, see what you think, and get your comments in. But everybody, don't forget. Oh, turn that one off. Don't forget this Saturday, 17th of April, 8 p.m., 10 p.m. and midnight. The 8 p.m. is subject to possibly change, but we will keep you all informed on that on Facebook. Because we are going to do a few things different on this live this weekend. Obviously, it is a bit of a trial and error. That was the first proper investigation we had streamed. So yeah, please do join us this Saturday at the Marlow Lodge Hotel here in Blackpool. We're doing, of course, paranormal investigation and filming for episode 2 of Paranormal Living TV. So please do join us on there, because this is it's a cool hotel. There is, everything from doors banging by themselves. I've seen shadows in there, things going missing, things behind the bar moving by themselves and falling off the shelves. So there is a bundle of activity which I've experienced myself there. So it's going to be an interesting night. So please do join on with us, because I'm really looking forward. Hey Bob, you're all right. Welcome. And of course, my father-in-law down this side will be joining us on the team as well. So we do have a couple more people with us this Saturday, which might be interesting, because it might just build up the energy a bit more. Cheers, everybody. Okay. So our first question of the evening. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Does anyone have any questions just before we do carry on? Let me know. Any questions about the ramming or anything coming up? Just put it in the comment section. I will answer it for you. Before we do get on to the normal bits of the Paranormal Tuesday. Actually, this coming up, I do want to share this. This was sent to us by Denise, and I know Michelle Howarth, who was on with us and joining us, watching, sorry. She got a weird feeling about this. This was in the Bishop's room, and I know a lot of you did say you saw something behind Jaide. And we saw this picture back, and we saw it while we was there after the live stream. So that sort of set me on edge. Unfortunately, the picture, for some reason, hasn't blown up anymore. But as outlined there, you can see 2 faces stood behind Jaide. And that's what was weird, because I do remember that it was around that time when the face started changing, and I saw a gentleman who sort of freaked me out. Did sort of freak me out a bit, to be honest. Is that one bigger, Charlie? No. So yeah, that is the picture of the 2, from what we gather, of 2 gentlemen stood behind Jaide, which was interesting. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Let me know. Because it was there was something weird about the Bishop's room. Like you say, it's reported the most haunted room out of the whole ancient ramming. To me, I thought the Witch's room were freakier. Just because we had a bit more activity there. I'd say. I think that's what it probably was. But like I say, reviewing the night vision footage at the minute, and we do have a few other bits to go. It was quite interesting. Right. Oh, we have a comment. Sorry. Martin, how are you, buddy? Just take this off. That's typical, isn't it? Martin, everyone, is the owner of Marlow Lodge Hotel. Obviously, where we're going on Saturday night, like I say, he's agreed to let us in. Martin's a great guy, and like you say, it's a fantastic place. And I know you've had a few experiences, Martin, which I'm not going to tell everyone about, because I'm going to do a little interview with you, so you can get what you've experienced around while we do the walk around as well. So it's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Bob, if you go back to the Ram, I'm coming, mate. Yeah, like you say, it is left. The door's left open. I spoke to Caroline, of course, who owns it today, and just sent her a message saying thank you, and she's saying she'd love to have us back. So, it's definitely, the door's definitely open to possibly a return later on in the year. Interesting, could be spirit guides protecting. I'm not too sure, because I know, Carl, quite a few people felt a bit negative with that and felt something weird at the back of where Jaide was. I was okay. I was in the safe corner, sat on the comfy chair. So our first question of this evening, everyone, like you say, as we do this as a regular, on Paranormal Tuesdays, because I always like to get your thoughts and your comments, is which Hollywood movie got a haunting right? So I saw this question today. I thought it's a quite cool question because I know a lot of people have seen horror films. Of course, you have the Conjuring movies, the Conjuring series, The Exorcist of Emily Rose. There's the Enfield haunting as well. No, they've got a film. 30 East Drive, there's a film about that. So, guys, I want your comments on which Hollywood movie or which movie, I will say, got a haunting right and was done properly. What do you think? What are your comments on that? Out of all the films you've seen, I'll go first, since of course I am here. I think mine, after speaking to Andrea Perrin, I always thought The Conjuring, I thought that must be pretty close. But she said it was a lot worse than what even the movie perceived, which would have been very interesting if she would have they would have let her do the film properly. But I remember watching it. It wasn't a film, but it was a series, and it was about the haunting at the Enfield haunting. Sorry, I think it was on Sky One a few years back, and they did like a little series about what happened in there. And from what I remember about reading about the show, that was pretty much more or less right to the point of what they experienced, and it was done properly without any bits of more of what's the word? Expanding the truth, shall we say. So what are your thoughts, everybody? I'll put it back up before I read some more questions. Which Hollywood movie or TV series, TV show got a haunting right and was perceived properly? Let me know in your comments. So you have recovered. Yeah, absolutely. It was a bit of the drive back was probably the worst bit because it was 3.5 hours drive back, so I was a bit knackered. But yes, it was quite an interesting drive. But we got there. We got back, and I was tired yesterday, but I'm all back to normal now. Let's first put hasn't watched The Conjuring yet. I definitely the first one, obviously, which is about the Conjuring, sorry, with Andrea Perrin and obviously. Oh, Jade is going to join us in literally 2 seconds. I'll bring her in. But yeah, I definitely watch The Conjuring. The first film is quite interesting thing. Part of it is true, obviously not all true, but I think it was done pretty good. What's about House on Haunted Hill? That's the one, John. I think that that was the one I was thinking of, but I couldn't remember the name of the. When the lights went out, Carl, is that the one about the 30 East Drive? If I remember, because I know there was a film done about there, and which was done quite accurately. I think a lot of them are subjective, but I know one that wasn't good. Paranormal Activities were a joke. Yeah. I remember watching the first one, and then as you got along, it just got a bit a bit cheesy, I guess. Right, let's bring Jade in. Good evening.
Morning.
You okay?
Guess who's just woke up?
I did wonder what you got for this message.
I'm here. I know I've just seen all the messages. I'm like, oh my God.
It's all right, don't worry.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late again.
It's all right. So our first question is, which Hollywood movie got a haunting right? That's what we're talking about at the minute. What are your thoughts, Jade, out of all the
I don't know on that one, actually.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I don't know. And I've seen. I mean, everyone knows that horror is my favourite, so I've seen loads. I'd probably say I don't know. I mean, I like all the like the Exorcist sort of films and the Exorcism of Emily Rose and stuff like that. I like all those sort of things. Did they get it right? Amityville, actually. No. I think a lot of Amityville was right.
Yeah.
But that's one that I've watched quite a few times, but it's one of the few horror films that actually scares me.
Yeah.
So
I think Exorcist was the freakiest film. I remember watching it. It always freaked me out. That
well,
film.
it was banned for years, you know.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it was. Let's just put. I won't be late. She said. Morning, fashionably late.
I'm catching up.
So that is our first question. Thank you for all your comments, everybody. So
just to sort of like get myself out of trouble here. No, we were gonna have we didn't get to bed till silly o'clock, and then we were up at silly o'clock to come home, and da da da. I was up till 3 o'clock the following night,
and
I was I think I got up about 6:30. So yeah, I'm catching up.
So our next question for this, I did mention obviously about the ramming, just what I basically said what both of our thoughts were as we discussed it on our way back, and and then obviously next Thursday is a release date at 7:30, so it will be ready. So I've started editing it and putting it together. It's all good. So our next question for this evening is: What convinced you the spirit world was real? So that is our next question for this evening. I like these little Q&As to get your comment and your thoughts. But yeah, guys, what convinced you the spirit world was real? Of course, you know mine and Jade's stories. We talk obviously a lot. Of course, mine was my granddad being a medium, and your first experience was playing cards, wasn't it? You said
with my granddad.
So we have spoken. My
granddad's ghost, may I add?
Yeah. Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, going back to the Hollywood films. That's quite a freaky film, if I remember. I didn't watch it. But yeah, this is a question for our second question of the evening. So I'll get your comments in. What convinced you the spirit world was real? Or are you convinced? You know, are you still on the fence a bit, or do you not believe it all? You know, we're all open to everyone's thoughts about it. So please do comment in. Let us know what convinced you the spirit world was real, or if you're still on the fence. Let me know. And obviously, going on from what happened on Sunday night with some of them comments, what you lot were seeing, we know you definitely believe. Of course, was living on the farm, which we do remember you telling us about.
Yeah.
Experiences. Like I say, I think I would have run out like a shot. I was, funny enough, just as the comments are coming in and people are typing, when I spoke to Denise, last night, she rang me last night, talking about stuff, and I was saying to her if that, because I always felt like on Sunday that there was going to be a bang on the door. You know, when we locked the door in the witch's room, just as if someone was stood there and going to go bang. And I know for a fact a lot of people would have heard a lot of explicits. And
yeah, I think they would. Definitely.
Better, because I'm in my sister's house, I can smell her whiskey in here. And she opens my bedroom door often and turns a tap on in the kitchen. Wow. Yeah, I remember you saying. See, this is what I like about this question, because, you know, quite a few of you do come on, but we don't necessarily know where your paranormal journey started as such. Sandra, who is new with us this evening, had a photo taken with my late husband who was stood behind me. Wow. That's amazing. Could you, Sandra, if you don't mind, when we finish the live feed, would you be able to send that to us just so we could take a look? Because I'd definitely love to see that. I love photos and you know, people's experiences, what they've caught on camera and stuff. So if you don't mind, I'd love to absolutely see that. Bob captured evidence on my camera while in Malta, and I've seen the pictures of like angels. I've seen these. They're on YouTube, and it's by the water fountain. I think it was by the water fountain, wasn't it? I'll let you mention some of this, obviously, when we see you on Saturday. But yeah, I've seen some of this stuff Bob got while I was in Aldi. It's pretty cool, actually. Excuse me. Litzer's put, will never be 100% convinced until I see spirit with my own eyes. Has it happened yet? Absolutely.
I think that's what my brother says. That's exactly what my brother says.
Yeah,
until he sees it right there, he won't believe a thing.
Yeah, my brother's the same. I was talking to my brother the other day about it, because when I was on about obviously about the ramming, and just as I basically mentioned to you at the beginning, he was saying, but if that was the other way around, you said to me you would have had all the signs there that spirit is around you. But he said, you're like me, you want to literally like a slap in the face. You want to see something physically there. I'm like, fair point. Because my brother's the same. When my granddad was alive, obviously he was all open to the idea of spiritual with spirits and mediumship, and now my granddad's passed. Obviously, he's in that stage where he's like, he always said he'd come back and let me know he's okay. And I'm like, well, you've had a few signs, but it's what you want out of it, and it's what like my brother, like Litzer said, he wants physically my granddad to stand in front of him and go, evening, cup of tea. Which is understandable because I love that. I love that to happen to myself, to be honest. But I've never had that. I've been blessed of seeing him either like that. I just know the dreams, and even when we did the protection on Sunday before we left, said to you, my granddad with his pipe in his mouth. John has put, I'm still very on the fence. However, experiences in Edinburgh did make me question whether there is such thing possible. Was that at the vaults, John? Did John go to the vaults?
Yeah, the small things,
Yeah, I thought it was. I couldn't just remember. I'll ask the person who ever took it if she still got it. Yeah, if you don't mind, Sandra, I'd just love to see it. Like you say, we did an episode. Was it the first week or the second week? Didn't we? Where we did pictures of spirit and what people had taken, and I think it was the second one.
I think it was the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, especially the one where the lady sat down at the table and the gentleman stood behind her and stuff.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Carlos mine was sensing my grandma had passed away. Half an hour after this, I got a call that she had died. And I visited. Yeah, same I think happened to me. When my nana died, I woke up and my brother woke up and said, I was like, Nana's died, and she I was like, yeah. I visited the spirit world. I had a story about it that shocked my family when I told them. Wow, that's amazing. Cheers, Carl. Thank you very much for your comment. Yeah, John, Edinburgh Vaults, yeah. See, that's a place on the list. We got a list as long as my tell you of. Even when I spoke to Denise yesterday, she gave me more things to research, to have a look at. So, Robert has put, I can see it on the Angels and Ghost app. Put in Robert Dyer Fountains. So, it's on YouTube, I think. So, we'll have a look at that, Bob. I'll have to download it and then I can share it on the live on the next Paranormal Tuesday, so people can see it if they can't find it. I do believe there is something there, but need to see it. Absolutely. I had this conversation with someone while I was working. Actually, we were talking about filming for the ramming and stuff, and I said, "Oh, do you know what are your thoughts on like paranormal?" He's like, "I'm on the fence," but he said, "I do believe there is a higher force or a higher thing out there. Just what it is, I do not know." And he was sort of on the fence, but like you say, like a lot of people, open to the idea, but just like to have an experience of something or see something, or maybe get the bum touch like you did.
Sorry, I didn't comment at the same time. Yes, I did get my bum touch. Yes.
Amy, I would love to do the Edinburgh again. It was amazing. Kathy, I am convinced because I met my grandmother, who I never met. She kept turning up in my room when she passed before I was born. Oh, she passed before I was born, and I always smell my granddad when he is around. And if I need someone, but I can't read tonight. Oh, he's around.
If I eventually need somebody.
But I do. But I see a lot. I am convinced as how. Is it me? Yeah. I work as a medium. So obviously being convinced that way.
Yeah.
That's how would I work as a medium if I didn't believe? Absolutely. Sorry, it's one of them nights again. Can't read, can't speak.
Please.
Yeah. I might get my glasses next time. Tell you. Yeah, absolutely. Because I know obviously Kathy being a medium and a few people, we all go through that stage of sometimes you might doubt a bit, you just get a bit. But yeah, I think a majority of people, even those who don't believe, are open to the idea, but not necessarily just like a bit more proof, which is absolutely understandable.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for the next question? Which you have talked about in the past. It is, of course, scrying.
Ooh.
Have you done this before, scrying? I know we did the art thing, the custard carts or something.
Yeah, I did this at Radcroft Hall in Manchester.
So, guys, I want to know. Sorry, Jed. Scrying. Gazing into a mirror, water, or crystal. I do have my crystal ball down there in my bag with all my cards and things, allowing us to receive visions and information. Have you ever tried this? So I want your comments into anyone ever tried this, or seen anybody do it? What do you think? Sorry, Jade, I will let you go.
Reset. Yeah, so I first time I ever did it was at that Radcroft Hall, the first ever ghost hunt I went on with Liam. But do you not remember on Sunday night I was stood in front of that mirror in the kitchen?
Yes. When you said
straight away, so my face changed, and it didn't scare me. It was like, right, okay, no, I'm not doing that yet. But we didn't. I was going to do it in that dressing table, wasn't I? But I didn't actually sit down and do it.
Yeah. So it was. I've experienced it with Ronnie when I was at Blackpool Spiritualist Church. He did a thing where the candle was in front of the mirror, and then he stands behind you, and his face completely changed into my granddad, which was quite amazing. But I've never done it myself, and I've obviously got the crystal ball down there, which belonged to my granddad. So I am in the process of sort of trying to pick up how to work it, how to use it and things. Of course, we are talking about scrying, everybody. For those may have just joined, the art of gazing into a dark mirror, water or crystal, allowing us to receive visions and information. Have you ever tried this? So we do have a few comments. Betty has just bought a gazing ball. Oh, you have to let us know how you get on. Like you say, I'm still trying to work with mine, and I just need to sit there and take it all in. Corey Drew, good evening. Welcome to Tuesday. Kathy, every time you read my comments, your voice goes shook. So you know I
was thinking that.
And supporting you. Yeah, absolutely. It is. Tell you.
It's strange.
Yes. But I did said to you that spirit's more around me tonight than it probably felt on Sunday, in all fairness.
Yeah, okay.
John, seeing too many horror movies to be staring into dark mirrors never ends well, lol. Yeah. I was told once, Kathy will be able to give us some more information on this, that I think after a certain time you shouldn't do it because it's when you're more likely to see negative things. I think it's like after 1 o'clock, maybe 1 a.m. So after a certain time, I believe there's more negative things when you're looking into the crystal ball or the mirror or whatever you're reading. Michelle is on. Good evening, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
I gave you a shout out earlier. I wasn't sure if you're on because we're about the picture, and you said you felt something a bit negative with us in the bishop's room, which we didn't get sent a picture, which was, I think that was one of Denise, wasn't it? The one, or was that Michelle's?
As well. Michelle sent one of them, and then we got all those afternoons. Yeah.
It was a good scram with Ronnie. You saw that. Absolutely. Ronnie's great at trance mediumship. But yeah, I just remember it was weird. He was stood behind me. It's dark, and you're staring into the mirror, and then when he disappears, and my granddad's face is there. Honestly, when I left the church, I'm ringing all my family like, I've just seen granddad's face in the mirror. Like, oh, it was amazing. I had done it. I had very interesting results. Were you there, Carl, when we did it with Ronnie? Let me know. Or was you not at the class at that point? But yeah, I'd see, I didn't. But I guess that's your face the other day changing. When you were shadowing, that was a bit interesting as well. And seeing something because a few people did. Sorry, just scratching my ear. I'm like, oh. A few people did say that they did see something in the mirror, didn't they, on the footage, the live? So they say I'm going through it. So don't forget, everybody, next Thursday at 7:30, the premiere of episode 1. That's interesting. Everything. Yeah, I'm guessing that's about the negative thing. Yeah, I believe so. After a certain time, it's not. They do say not. Start staring. But I now have a mirror at the bottom of our stairs, which is next to the kitchen. And every time when it's dark at night, you're about to go to bed, I can't help but you click, not looking at the mirror. Yeah, Carl said he thinks seen him do it once. Yeah, it's cool. Like you say, it's definitely something I want to try more because the get the ball out. Because I've read energy off it as such, so not like scrying, but the feeling of the energy with the ball. Because I did it when I was practicing readings. I was picking up stuff. But yeah, I just never could do with sitting in it and trying it a bit more. Of course, here it is. I think it's older than me, this thing. I'm going to use it for a lot of readings. Kathy has put, you get a lot of experience in the witching hour. They say, as you know, if you do it too much.
Then you start doubting yourself.
Thank you for finishing the comment off. It's happening again. I can't read. What's up with me?
Hey, jeez, Louise.
It is. It's all happening tonight, isn't it? Making up for Sunday. I was locked down and shut off and anchored up and wrapped around in bubble wrap. Couldn't really pick much up. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I totally agree with you there, Kathy. Thank you, Jaide, for finishing the comment off.
Quite all right.
We got there. So everybody, don't forget, I mentioned this at the beginning, but we have a few people who just joined us. We are tonight sponsored by Paranormal Technology, Paratech Mark, who did join us on the live feed on the weekend with his comments, and we did use his equipment. And we even have some equipment we didn't use at the weekend, which we will be using this weekend. And, the equipment's fantastic. So sorry I'm making your voice change. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's crazy. There's something here. That's all I'm saying. But we're not in for that tonight. And don't forget, everybody, this Saturday, the 17th, 8 p.m., which I did say it might just be a bit later, but I will let you all know. I'll put a post up. And then 10 p.m. and then midnight, streaming live from Marlow Lodge Hotel here in Blackpool. So I do hope you can join us and see what we're in for. Like you said, I've been there a few times, had experiences myself. So I am probably going into this more of what I've experienced and the feeling of the place I already know. So I'm probably more open to the idea of the experiences than, like you said, the ramming, and we didn't have a clue what was going to happen.
I'm looking forward to Saturday.
It's going to be good. Sorry, I'm just really itching me. I think the mirror and pictures can be portholes to the other side. Yeah, well, we said that. Was it last Tuesday? That was a question.
Yeah.
Last Tuesday was, do you believe mirrors can be portholes to other dimensions? Absolutely. And I think probably 90% of the comments were yes, if I remember correctly. What were you going to say about Saturday? Sorry.
I said I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I don't even know where it is, to be honest, and I live in Blackpool, but
we're going to do the famous paranormal program. They've been driving around the countryside for 4 hours before they knew where they was going.
Yeah, say nothing about that. So yeah. I mean, it's interesting because obviously all these guest houses have been here for donkey's years.
Yeah.
Especially the bigger ones. So there's got to be people in there, like past owners, and when it was a different, whatever it was before it was a guest house.
Yeah.
So there's going to be so much activity in there. I mean, like you said, you've seen stuff and heard stuff, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's just funny because every time I've been in there, something happens. Graham, obviously my friend, he always looks at me like, you picked up on something. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm here to enjoy myself. And then last time he stayed there, because he stays there when he's working. Before Martin got up, it was only Graham in the hotel, and the dogs started slamming by themselves. And Martin at that point, yeah. No, Kathy, I have much appreciated. actually had to stand back from yous. They're trying to overpower you. It happens. It happened on Sunday while we were driving, because I was telling people about when I sort of saw the ramming and the 4 people, I think it was, stood there, and I could feel you could feel the pressure. So thank you, but if you don't mind, just at least let me finish my paranormal program. Talking, well, try to let me talk. Tell you, it always happens, doesn't it? John has put funny girls would be an interesting one. It's been there for years, had many uses. Absolutely, because it was a cinema, wasn't it, at one point?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was the Odeon.
And then what? Did the train station used to come down to that end as well? Before it was the cinema.
No.
It used to look like.
I'm not sure. I know trams used to go down where Wilkinson's was, because that where they're putting them back in now. They used to go that way, apparently.
Maybe it's a different street, yeah.
So they literally, because this is why there was an uproar, because they're putting new tram tracks down. But under that road somewhere, there are original tram tracks. So why didn't they just dig those up?
No, Kathy, it's absolutely fine. It's much appreciated. This is why I like the conversations and having mediums come on like yourself and Denise and my mum, who's
that's not a problem, Kathy.
Because sometimes you see things what we don't see, as happened on Sunday.
Very much so.
When I talked to my mum, she was saying about what she saw about the gentleman when we were downstairs at the first live, and the gentleman who was stood at the back of the door. Yeah, and then obviously Kathy confirmed it for mum, so my mum were happy then. She's like, "Who was that Kathy?" I said, "Oh, she's a medium." So she went to Blackpool Church with me. Oh, right, because she said I was correct. So I thought I were just thinking a bit funny. I said, "Oh, like me, doubting myself." She's like, "Oh, I'm really happy then." I'm like, good. So guys, we are coming towards the end. It has been 45 minutes, just short of. A bit of a weird start because the StreamYard decided to freeze on me. So I was like, hello. Yeah, on the countdown.
Yeah.
It just froze on like 10 seconds, and I'm like, and I couldn't get it over. Well, weird, but anyway. Which did happen on Sunday, without giving too much information, because you will have to watch the program to find out. But we did have quite a bit of technology malfunction. Ever reason, I don't know.
I still need to check mine, actually.
What, the footage?
No, my camera.
Oh, yeah, because your video camera.
And you can't, though, because you've got my SD card, haven't you?
Yeah, it's in the back of my computer as we speak. So, everybody, as I mentioned, we are now on Instagram. So, please, I know, Paranormal Living on Instagram. So, please do check us out.
Everywhere.
I know, we're doing good. Of course, TikTok as well, Paranormal Living. Of course, podcast, Paranormal Living Podcast. Facebook, YouTube. You can get us all on there. You also know the social medias by now, I am sure, because I talk about it all the time. So please do check us out on a few other places. And don't forget, of course, this Saturday we will be live from Marlow Lodge Hotel here in Blackpool, the entertainment mecca. Thank you, Amy. Much appreciated. So, like you see on Instagram, you'll see sort of.
Amy's really good to get to follow, Amy's really good to get to follow us on Instagram. Amy's one of those people that people ask her to do stuff and get influencer. She's one of them.
Right, yeah. So yeah, please do check us out there. You will see behind the scenes stuff, which you won't necessarily always get to see, which is cool. Michelle Howarth, you should come to mine and go on front. I won't even open my door when it goes dark, lol.
Oh, that's proper Burnley accent coming out. That
what on front?
You come to man and go up front.
Proper Burnley. I have a lot of followers I will tag in the post. Thank you very much, Amy. That is very much appreciated. Like you said, I've only just set the Instagram up yesterday, so we're just starting. Martin, of course, the owner of Marlow Lodge. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. Absolutely, buddy. I'm really excited for it. And it'll be good to see you again because I haven't seen you for a long time. So it's exciting. So, Jaide, thank you very much for coming on, of course, co-hosting with myself.
Thank you.
More like a special guest this week.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, don't worry. But guys, thank you very much for tuning in to, of course, Paranormal Tuesdays episode 4. Don't forget, we will see you next Tuesday, where we will obviously be talking about Saturday night, and of course Saturday night, as I mentioned, we will be live from Marlow Lodge as well as filming for episode 2. And next Thursday, we will be premiering episode 1 of Paranormal Living TV. Of course, the ancient Ramin. Kathy's put, Jade, you had a finger of a lady walk past you and touched you on the neck, and you looked towards it.
What, just now? Jade, you just said a figure, I think she means. Not a finger. She just wrote it wrong. A figure of a lady walked past me, touched me on the back of the neck. All right. Yeah, all right. I didn't feel anything. I don't remember moving my head, but there is supposed to be a lady in this room. We've picked up on that before, and I've just gone really, really cold.
There you have. Yes, Kathy, yeah.
I'm sure what past me. It's a solid wall here.
You need to set the them flashing balls. Oh, no, I've got them on.
No, I've got mine.
Oh, yeah, next to the, where Denise said next to the cabinet. Next to the bed, sorry.
Yeah.
My man's going. Don't know what's happening. Sandra's put good night, everyone. Really enjoyed it. Check the footage after. Yeah, I will do. I'll download the show because it's going to be used for the podcast this Thursday. So everybody, thank you again for tuning into Paranormal Tuesday. Thank you again for Sunday night for tuning in with us at the Ramin, and all of you coming back after midnight, which I wasn't expecting. So it's very, very
nice. That surprised me how many people we had on.
I know, we did brilliant. So look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of the week. Cameras up here. Stay safe, everyone. Saturday night at 8 p.m. GMT, of course, at Marlow Lodge. And let's see what goes bump in the night. Michelle, I will send you photos I took on my front street and let you know what I mean. Yes, please do. Like you said, anyone has any photos to share with us, please do send them across. No, Kathy, absolutely fine. We appreciate the comments. Whatever you see, just write it in.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's brilliant. Thank you,
Kathy. Carl, take care. Litza, take care. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night. God bless.
Thanks,
Adios.